Hey there, good afternoon. Namaskar to all my dear parents, partners, teachers, friends, and all who have taken time out to attend this important session on how you can carry on learning of your little one at home during this difficult time. Friends, in the last session we spoke about neuroscience, which says that child's brain development happens 80 to 90% between the age of 0 to 6 years. They are already at home for last 2 to 3 months, and this will continue for few more months, but they will not stop growing just because there's a pandemic. Their energy is not going to lessen just because there's a lockdown. Their curiosity is not going to come down. Their 1,000 questions are not coming down to mere 10 to 20 questions just because there's a lockdown. Their need to learn and grow will continue, and yes, together you and your school will need to take care of their learning needs. Friends, today I'm going to tell you a few things that you can do as a parent to make sure that they learn and grow. Not only grow, but they thrive from the comfort of their homes. The first thing that I want to tell you is put them into a structured routine. Please don't let it go haywire that they are getting up too late because they sleep late, they watch television all night, they don't eat on time. Please get them up on time in morning. Get them to take bath, and by 10 a.m. they should be ready for some learning. In the afternoon, after they've had their lunch, maybe you can have a story time or puzzles, and evening, most important, play time or exercise. Very, very important. Friends, kids don't have a lot of control on their lives, but routines give them a sense of stability, organization and comfort. Schedules and routines actually help them reduce behavior problems, tantrums and aggression. And also, if you don't put them into a routine today, later they won't listen. So it's very important to put them into a structured routine. The second thing, and one of the most important things that you need to take care, is to maintain a social connect with their school, teachers and friends. Parents, our schools have always acted as their second home. Our children associate their school with their fun, learning and a lot of celebrations. Let's not cut that umbilical cord just because the school buildings are closed and it's going to take some time. Keep the connect alive. In the virtual connect, that's what we are trying to build with the children. We will take care of their social, emotional and physical well-being because we know what makes them happy. We know how to engage with them and how to stimulate their minds. Friends, I will not cover more on this as I already spoke about our virtual sessions in my previous talk at length. You can go and see this page and refer to my previous live stream that I did a few days back. The third thing that I want to discuss is that parents, let's create space for our children at home. Parents and friends, it is very important to understand that children can't go outside like they used to go earlier, and neither they can play with their friends for hours. They need their physical space, and we must create more physical space for them at our home. Please, all the unwanted stuff at home, put it in the balcony, fold and keep it in the cupboard. Many of us live in small apartments and have too many pots and decoration, items in our living rooms. Let me tell you, no one is coming to your place, and no one is more important than your own child. Give that space to your child. They need their breathing space and space to experiment and learn. They need a big space, so let's create it for them at our home. Friends, the fourth thing that I want to tell you is that parents have conversation and listen to them. Encourage a two-way dialogue with your children. Let them speak, let them express. Discuss about the current situation and reassure them that this is going to soon pass and things are going to be okay. Read out to them. Friends, Amazon is delivering in the most parts of the country, and there cannot be a good time than today to buy them story books. For senior classes, please encourage them to read at least one page every day before they go to sleep, like lower KG and upper KG. Let them develop this great habit, the life-changing habit of reading. Read out value education stories. Have a discussion around these stories and let some brilliance rub off on them. Tell them about your past and how you used to spend your time, your summer vacations and games that you used to play when you were small. Friends, just talk and listen to them. Next thing, involve them into your household chores. Parents, give them little tasks like filling water in the jar, maybe, folding bed sheets and watering plants and giving water to your pets, sorting out vegetables, emptying the dishwasher, keeping their plates when they've had their food. Give them responsibility and motivate them to do it, and then appreciate them wholeheartedly. Friends, when they do it, it makes them really feel good. Their self-esteem increases when they are appreciated by an adult in the house. That really feels very happy, and simultaneously you will also start getting some help. The sixth and one of the most important thing, parents, during these times of COVID-19 is we need to stay healthy and exercise and play with our children. Our children are not getting that necessary dose of physical movement which they used to get earlier by running around freely. When you are at home, yoga and maybe dancing out on loud music sometimes may be the best thing that you can do at home. Yoga has breathing exercises which will calm them down, and dancing will decrease their overall stress levels. Both will help their physical development and control behavior issues, especially, if they are really getting aggressive these days. Friends, very important. Next thing, allow them to create a little mess at times and make mistakes. Give them newspaper to mess around. Give them old clothes. Give them old books. Let them color it. Let them cut pictures and paste somewhere. Give them the cushion. Have a pillow fight with them. Let them create a mess with water in the bucket. Let them put multiple watercolors and play with water. Let them unleash and vent out their energy out at home regularly. This will keep them calm most of the time when they're at home. Parents, this is a tough time when we are at home together for abnormally longer time. Kids are with us and unable to exhaust their physical energy by playing. They will definitely throw tantrums and will have behavior issues. All parents are facing challenges and you are not alone. How to deal with this? The best thing is to have patience and give them smart choices. Friends, first thing first, please let's learn to say no to the child. No to the point where you lose your patience and start spanking your child. Please don't spank your child. It will make them more stubborn. One great idea, if you really feel like spanking, is to wear a red band on your arm, on your wrist, which reminds you whenever you try to, next time spank your child. Don't do it. Instead, give them smart choices. Like example, child says, I don't want to eat. The choice should be between red plate or orange plate. Which plate would you want to eat your lunch today? Which side of the bed? The choice is not between whether you want to eat or you want to sleep. The choice is between the color of the plate and which side of the bed. Let them choose what they want to do first. Do you want to write first or you want to color first? Let them choose what they want to wear. Maybe a red t-shirt today or a white t-shirt. Can we switch off the television now or after 5 minutes? These are smart choices. Friends, when kids are given room to make their own decisions, their brain learns how to make hard choices. Most importantly, it helps them reduce the stress of feeling helpless or controlled by someone else. You have to be firm and say no and allow them to pick a choice. My dear parents, one of the most important life skills of the 21st century is going to be flexibility, which means willingness to adapt and quickly adapt to the new changes that are happening. We must teach our children flexibility. Like earlier, the classes were in school buildings, now it will be at home. Earlier, the tiffin time was in school, now at home. Earlier, playing was with friends, now it's going to be with the family. Earlier, screen was to watch cartoons or television, now it's going to be teacher on the screen. Friends, we have to teach them to make the best out of time. Give them conviction that this is the best option for the current time. Parents, our teachers were never prepared to go online. We had never used Facebook Live or Zoom before. We believed in ourselves, took a decision to quickly adapt to the new normal. We gave our teachers conviction, and today we are proudly adapted to the new change. We never doubted ourselves and took informed decision considering the present scenario. At home, be a role model for your child. Kids don't do it as we say, they do as we do. When we think in flexible ways, we can share our experiences with our children. We can talk about how we modified our plans, ideas during these times, and things turned out to be okay. We can always tell them, I was going to bake a burger today for dinner, but I forgot to get the bread. So let's have Maggie today, maybe. I really didn't like apples when I used to be small, but when I first ate it for a few days, I felt they were nice. This puzzle piece is giving us a hard time. Let's see if we can do this in another way. Friends, many schools have posters in their classroom which has examples of phrases that encourage children to think flexibly. Parent can, you can also write down on a piece of paper and put it in your, maybe on your refrigerators. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I should appreciate what I have. This might not be so bad. Sometimes things change that I can't control, but that's also okay. This is not worth being upset about. So friends, these were some of the key things or strategies that will help you out to continue learning of your little one from the comfort of your homes. To just do a quick recap of what we spoke about today, the importance of a structured routine, keeping the connect alive with the friends in the school, having a conversation with them, developing reading habit, and creating more space for them at home, involving them into your daily household chores, importance of exercising daily for their physical development, giving them smart choices and allowing them to mess around, and last but not the least, teaching them flexibility and adapting to the new normal. I hope these will benefit you and your near and dear ones. Feel free to share this information with your friends and family. Once again, I would like to thank you all for all your precious time. Stay safe, stay happy until we meet again. Thank you. Namaskar.